So the new trailer for The Amazing Spider-Man 2 has hit the web, no pun intended, so let's talk about it.
Every day, I wake up knowing that the more people I try to save, the more enemies I will make.
Now first off, let me tell you that I did enjoy the first Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't enjoy it as much as the first two Raimi movies because as much as I did enjoy it, there are still problems with the film. It's better than Spider-Man 3 for sure, no matter what, but it's just, there was a lot of problems with the Amazing Spider-Man. Not to call it a piece of crap, but there's just some things that I didn't quite enjoy. I did like some of it, but there could have been a lot of things improved. And judging from this trailer, it looks pretty good. I mean, first off, we get a new look at the Spider-Man suit, and I like how the suit looks, because in the first one, it shows that it was made by some kid who didn't have enough money. And obviously now he's a little bit more older. It looks like maybe he's coming out of high school. He's probably going to have some more money, so the suit's going to have an upgrade. And I gotta tell you, it looks cool.
And I can overcome.
When I watch this trailer, I feel that the scope for The Amazing Spider-Man 2 has expanded. I mean, there's just so many things with it. First off, there's a lot of villains in it. We get a chance to see Jamie Foxx as Electro, and I gotta tell you, I like how he looks as Electro. Some people said that they weren't a fan of how Jamie Foxx looked as Electro, or they weren't sure how Jamie Foxx will portray as Electro, but from the looks of it, he looks like he's gonna do a pretty good job. I mean, he looks badass, the Electro. I like how the Electro looks. And we get to see the Rhino, and he looks like a Transformer. Now he's played by Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti is a great actor. He can play a good villain. He can. And in the comic books, there's one adaptation of the Rhino where he's not mutated. He's actually in a robot suit. So I guess they're going for that route. But the Rhino looks like a Transformer. I mean, I just gotta admit it. I mean, pretty sure Paul Giamatti will play a good villain. But I hope that they improve some of the CGI in this trailer because just a little bit. It's just a nitpick at this point. Some of the CGI doesn't look so marvelous. Hopefully by the time this movie comes out in May, they fixed all, the special effects. Just a little nitpick. We just see a few glimpses of the Green Goblin. And Dan DeHaan, he's playing as Harry Osborn. And Dan DeHaan is a great actor. He's shown that he can act really, really good. And I can't wait to see how he is as Harry Osborn. But Harry Osborn is the Green Goblin. It's not Norman Osborn.
Parker, Harry Osborn. You're gonna want to see this. Oscorp. Get you under surveillance. Why? Isn't that the question of the day?
So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. But we do get a clip of Norman Osborn for the first time as Chris Cooper. Spoiler, if you haven't seen the first one, I'm going to spoil a couple of things from the first one. In the first one, throughout the film, they were saying that Norman Osborn was sick and he needed a cure. And in this film, we get to see Harry Osborn visiting Norman Osborn. So hopefully we get to see more of Norman Osborn.
Not everyone has a happy ending.
I feel that the first film is leading up to something big, and this second film might introduce the Sinister Six. For those of you who don't know who the Sinister Six is, it's pretty much 6 villains from the Spider-Man universe who teamed up and went against Spider-Man. Now, spoiler, if you don't want to know what these are, you don't want to get spoiled, I haven't read any of the comic books, but I know about the Sinister Six. Sinister Six contains Dr. Octopus, Mysterio, Electro, the Rhino, the Sandman, and I'm probably missing one other person. But, oh, and the Vulture. In the trailer, we get a couple of Easter eggs. We get to see Dr. Octopus's arms and the Vulture's wings.
I'm going to use my research for...
Every Spider-Man fanboy who saw that just had a nerdgasm. I'm telling you, they had a nerdgasm. I felt that in Spider-Man 2, Alfred Molina, he played a great Dr. Octopus. So I'm not sure if they should replace another guy playing Dr. Octopus, but I'm interested in seeing the Sinister Six in this, but I really want to see how the Vulture's going to come out. But here's some of the problems that I have with the trailer. First off, it's just a trailer obviously, but from the looks of it, this just looks like too many villains. It's having the same thing that Spider-Man 3 had. Way too many villains. I just hope for this movie that doesn't happen, where you have so many villains, and it just becomes too cluttered with them, and it just doesn't feel right. But I feel that this movie is going into the direction is introducing all these villains so they could form the Sinister Six. So I'm interested to see how they play that out, because they said they want to do a Spider-Man 3 and 4. So I'm interested to see how they play it out. But other than those things, overall, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 looks like it's going to be a great film. It looks so much more better than the first one, a vast improvement. Andrew Garfield, I loved him as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And Emma Stone was great as Gwen Stacy. I can't wait to see this film. It's definitely one of my most anticipated films of 2014. I wasn't sure about The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but from watching this trailer, I am very excited for it. So those are my thoughts on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer, guys. What did you think of it? Are you excited for it? Or do you think it's just going to be another Spider-Man 3? And also, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. And have a nice day.